going on here with the Barrow Raiders and Toulouse locked at 12 points apiece. Neither side really playing to the best of their form in this first half. It's a hot, steamy night here. It's hard work, hot work for these players. It's thirsty work for the supporters and for the commentators.
It's like Club Tropicana, Bill, up here.
So that one had passed me by, really. But on the field, it's going to be a hot 40 minutes, you feel, for these two sides. A lot at stake for these two. Barrow Raiders looking to leapfrog Halifax, go back to the top of the table, and Toulouse looking to go up to fourth in the table. So great incentive for these two sides as Toulouse get the second half underway here.
And I'm sure the direction by both of these coaches would be saying to play up that middle channel, take a lot of energy away. Don't give as many penalties away. Both teams give 6 penalties away that first half, and then Toulouse made 9 handling errors, Barrow 7. Now, if you take them out of the game, you've got a very good chance of winning this game.
We were talking at half-time, Terry, about maybe the fact that the Northern Rail Cup is looming is maybe at the back of the minds of these Barrow players. I mean, the first major final for 26 years is just 10 days away. It's got to be there, hasn't it?
But you would imagine that some of these players are playing for a position, aren't they? You heard what Des Johnson said at the beginning of the game, and Dave Clark will want a really much improved performance for a lot of these players to get the jump before that final.
The kick is out on the full. That's not a good start. Bauer just under pressure as he put the kick in.
And that's not the best start. What they want to do is bang this ball down and make Toulouse come away from their own half.
Yeah, I see.
And Barrow finish the second half much like they finished the second, with an error. You feel it's much simpler, Tez, and it's just about cutting errors out, cutting penalties out. Nice simple game plan.
It's presumably what Gilles Dumas, the very experienced former French international coach of this Toulouse side, will have told his players during the break. There's Tim Wynne, one of the first half try scorers for Toulouse Olympique. Here's Viala, but Viala heading for the sidelines, gets the ball back in field, and the pass went forward from Viala, says referee Hewer.
Viala had to offload that ball then because he was going to the sideline. Big Brett McDermott dominating that tackle. You could see where he was going, and he just threw it back inside. The ball went forward, so now Barrow have got that ball. But they've got to complete this set of 6. Instead of Andreas Bauer putting that kick in, going out on the full, they've got to put it into the corner. They've got to challenge their opposition, which is Toulouse tonight, to bring that ball back error-free.
The sides carrying on where they left off then. Errors from both teams.
Second.
As Noonan takes the tackle just inside his own 40-metre line. Braychek has to stretch for it now. Harrison, can he get Nixon away? He can. Nixon has got the pace. Bromley trying to cut him off. Bromley with the tackle. He's too late. He misjudged that, and Nixon gets the ball down. Second of the game. No reference to the video ref there. Complete confidence in his fellow official. And deciding that Nixon got the ball down before Bromley arrived to make the tackle. And Nixon just showing there the pace that has brought him now 19 tries this season. And Barrow do put it together for once.
That's what Dave Clark would have wanted from this Barrow team. Come out, keep hold of possession. And we've talked about working channels. It's very, very simple. Pass the ball to a player in a better position. That's what they do on this occasion. That first one's not so clever, but quick hands here. Don't underestimate the role that Liam Harrison plays here. Nice simple pass, electric pace, and the referee and touch judge are confident enough not to have another look. Ideally, you'd want that ball in the left arm so he can fend with his right. Keeps it in his right. Does he get it down? Let's have a look. That's a try. Perfect. Good call from touch judge and referee.
Rory Bromley did his best to try and cut off Nixon, but I think he was flat-footed, wrong-footed by the pace of Nixon. That's more to the liking of the coach.
Wouldn't know it from that expression, but certainly more what he's expecting from his side. Disappointing maybe to see Rooney miss with that one. 2 from 3 for him. Barrow Raiders ahead by 16 points to 12. And Nixon's drought is over.
Rory Bromley, the Toulouse fullback, shows him the outside, and you cannot do that to a guy with the speed like James Nixon's got. See, he scored 19 tries, but you've got to look who's inside him, who creates them tries for him. It's Liam Harrison, but look at the speed. Speed to burn, and a good finish from the winger, James Nixon.
Gilles Dumas
and
what
a tash.
Carlos Alduendo, the owner of the Mo, alongside him. And something for them to think about now. Just an indication of what this Barrow Raiders side can do.
Go.
It's Alduendo, the club chairman.
Second movement. Wait, go.
And Barrow Raiders now, can they turn it on again? Ellis
Tackle 3.
was looking to offload that ball. Anselm just managed to lock it up before he could get it away. Here's Brett McDermott now.
Whenever Barrow, look at that for a tash. That is the world's best tash, that, Bill. Whenever Barrow plays strong and hard with speed, you feel like something's going to come good off the back of it.
Rooney's gone for a 40-20, and that one might just make it. It has, I think. And Bromley just didn't know what to do then. Toulouse players disputing that with the touch judge.
What a kick from Jamie Rooney. Puts that ball, he couldn't have kicked it any better.
Bromley desperately hoping that was going to find touch in goal, but it was just inches the other side of the post there.
And he's only trained on this pitch once, and he knows every blade of grass already.
So the 40-20 from Rooney has put Barrow Raiders in great position here. Here's Zeb Luisi, driven back in the tackle by Mitchell. Now Finch and McDermott crossed his path there. Referee said play on. Rooney going backwards. They've lost ground here, Barrow Raiders. Braychek now, straight up the middle from Andrew Braychek. Now Ellis, another sniping run from him. He really has got a nose for the try line, Andrew Ellis. Braychek, Finch avoids the first. Here is Katic unselfish with the pass, but maybe he should have gone himself. Gave it to Nixon. Nixon was on for the hat-trick, but Katic surely could have got there. Finch, crossfield kick. And it's going to be a goal line dropout. Sebastian Payon under pressure.
Well, Toulouse let off the hook there. You felt it was a certain try that led to this bomb.
He's a lot closer.
Toulouse claiming that the Barrow player tipped it out. Let's have another look. And I think they're right as well, yeah. And I think they're right as well.
Larkin, I think it was.
Sorry. Score 20.
Having a difficult night tonight, Ned Katic. He's changed his mind, the referee.
Team, ball by Barrow. 20. Being knocked dead by Barrow.
It's
20.
touched. The big hand in your screen there.
I think it's Chris Larkin, isn't it?
It's Chris Larkin's hand. The referee has changed his decision.
Well, good communication there between Gareth Hewer and Ray Tennant, the video ref, who obviously noticed what had gone on there and gave the referee the word.
And good teamwork, and brave enough to change his decision. People on the sidelines probably give him a bit of flack for that.
Good shot.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Ben Pro.
They're just talking to the two coaches, Bill, about what they said at half-time. The Barrow coach, Dave Clark, will be delighted with that Harrison pass for the Nixon second try, because he said they were trying to push the pass and they're being too ambitious and possibly too anxious to please after last week's heavy defeat against Batley. So he will be pleased with that contribution this second half. As for Gilles Dumas, happy to say there's no problem with Damien Couturier. He looked like he was in trouble a couple of times in that first period. He just wants them to complete the sets first and foremost in this second period.
Almost broke through there, Chris Larkin did. Now, will they rue that missed opportunity? It really did look as though if Ned Katic had backed himself, he would have gone in then.
And the interesting comment there from the sideline was Gilles Dumas saying we need to complete. You don't often talk, or coaches don't talk, as Barrow are on the break here. Good defence.
Harrison, though.
Toulouse get the ball back. Sorry, Bill, I was going to make the point. You don't often hear coaches talk about completions. But in this weather, you need to take some gas out of the tank of the team you're playing against. And you're going to do that if you keep all the possession. What about this for a pick up and drive?
Great work from Toulouse, which has yielded possession for them.
That's 2. Move back.
They're a tough side, this Toulousain team. A lot tougher than when we first saw them this season, that's for sure. And they're in possession now. They're trailing by 16 points to 12 here. Vilgas pops the ball up for Eric Anselm. Anselm, who tasted English rugby league very early in his career when he played for Halifax for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, Paul, work at 10. Pull him on.
Now at the other end of his career, here's Mitchell. Crossfield kick. Tilly Pello will challenge for it. So too will Florian Quintilla. And the ball went forward, says the referee. It'll be the turnover. Florian Quintilla in the Toulouse side.
Quintilla gets up to contest for this ball, tries to bat it back, and unfortunately just goes forward.
Fast, move, hold, go.
Gilles Dumas knows that his side showed in the first half that they can battle their way back. So this game, a long way to go yet.
Let's go.
Luisi.
Tackle 3, Damien, move!
Trying a darting run of his own. Go. Just inside his own 40-metre line. That's a bad pass. Bracek had to put the brakes on and pick that ball up. Anselm with the tackle.
But as this game gets on, the speedmen from Barrow will really have a lot of joy around the ruck. And again, Toulouse giving a penalty for holding down, relieving all that pressure, all the hard work that you do. And it's Quintilla.
Andy Bracek has earned that penalty. He's fought hard to get up. And Andy Bracek is only going to benefit from his time at Barrow. He's playing with a big front row here. I think Bracek actually holds on to him as well here, so...
I think the referee was conned.
I was just going to make the point about Brett McDermott, the number 8 for Barrow. Been in the game a long time, seasoned campaigner, a hard man. He'll look after Bracek like a father figure.
Rooney now. Bracek tried to offload that ball, he's lost it, and Mitchell has picked it up and will counter now for this Toulouse side. Needed some support there, and Tilly Pello too late to get on the scene.
And it was, Liam Finch was on his shoulder, he tried to pop that ball through, he's heard the call from Finch, but just lost control at the last second. But really, better play from Barrow, more expansive, more direct, and more dominant in defence.
Anthony Maria plays that ball. Worth is back on.
Oh, he come from a long way out, did Bracek there.
He nearly missed him as well.
It's a gamble when you come from C defender to put that shot on.
Wynn bounces off the first tackle, Tim Wynn, still going. Couldn't bounce off the second shot. Vilgas, little chip over the top from Constant Vilgas, and the ball will come up for Larkin now then. Can Larkin get away? Toulouse chasing him back. First ankle tap fails. They do get back to make the tackle. Didn't quite have the pace, Chris Larkin.
Matthew Griffey, the front row, doing the covering there. Good work from the prop forward.
But they're open up on this far side. Oh, and Broadbent's pass to Finch just sort of brought things to a bit of a stuttering halt there. Harrison was screaming for the ball. Here's Katic now, Ned Katic. Good offload from him. Oh, Nixon can't take the pass. It was too hard, too high from Harrison, and Dave Clark grimaces, makes a note.
Shaking his head again. They've blew some chances down this left side. Good second phase rugby. Liam Harrison again. The pass, the final pass, really letting him down, James Nixon. But you see the speed. Look at Matthew Griffith, the number 10, a big prop forward. Look at the strides on him. So he's like an ostrich. Come here. He gets all of him. He stands up at marker, and then again he gets the knife. That's what prop forward play is all about, Bill.
Like ostriches.
He was like an ostrich.
That's a new one, a gazelle, but an ostrich. Mind you, they do. Steve-O doesn't like ostriches, does he?
They run very fast. He was scared of Steve-O, that ostrich.
I think he had the right idea, that ostrich. I think we'd all like to do that.
Griffey That was, if Boots and all fans with long memories might remember Steve-O tangling with an ostrich at Knowsley Safari Park.
I think the ostrich won as well.
It did, it drew blood.
And it had to get a tetanus.
So the story goes. Here's Eric Anselm for this Toulouse side. Just inside their own half on the last. And Mitchell thumps the kick straight down the middle of the field. Well, maybe Paul Cullen and the Widnes Vikings camp will be keeping an eye on this game with the Northern Rail Cup final to come.
Barrow will be a different side next week in the final. Everyone always raises the game. Whether or not the players tonight who are playing have got an eye on that final, I don't know, mate. As a player, you don't do that, or you shouldn't do that, because you've got to earn your right to play in a final.
Katic thought about offloading it, couldn't get it away. Toulouse defending manfully here. And Ellis, good offload, finds Finch kicks ahead, and Nixon was coming up in support, but Bromley will get there, and Bromley will get tackled in his own in-goal area. But just for a moment you thought that Finch was going to send Nixon away.
And it's that guy, Andy Ellis. It's speed around the right, it's a forward pass, but Andy Ellis can get out from dummy half, he can cause you problems. Yeah, that pass went forward, but that's what they're capable of. And a neat little kick there by Finch, and it was just good follow-up play by Nixon.
Even as a kid, even if you think when you're taking that ball it's forward, as a kid you're taught play to the whistle. And that's what Finch did.
Well, that's how dangerous they are, Bill. Just out of nothing they can create something. With the guys like Liam Finch, who's just in your picture, and Andy Ellis, they've got speed to burn.
Ned Katic pouches that ball from the goal line dropout then from Bromley. And immediately Barrow Raiders are back on the offensive with Liam Finch now. Finch just losing his footing, almost fell into the tackle there of Brendan Worth and Matthew Griffey. You don't really want to do that. Here's Chris Young. Young, first half try scorer for this Barrow Raiders side, who lead by 16 points to 12. Just inside the 10 metres zone then in the Toulouse half, and Finch has gone without it, and another error. And frustration evident there from Liam Finch.
But you can see Jamie Rooney starting to take a grip. If he's up this side of the pitch, he's going to organise and orchestrate everything. Liam Finch, just on that occasion, could not take the play. He was looking to play the play before he caught the ball.
The referee just pausing, and I think he has got audio problems.
Yeah.
The referee, Gareth Hewer.
Has his iPod run out of batteries?
Just getting some expert attention. Well, there is Jamie Rooney. And he'll be pretty satisfied with the way he's fitted in here.
Yeah, but he needs field position. And this is a time when you look at the opposition, you look for the body language. Who's tired? Who can you get at? Who's starting to rub the shoulder? Who's starting to rub the leg? Is anyone injured? Is anyone really tired?
Well, of course, Toulouse have had a bit more time to recover. They played on Saturday, Barrow played Sunday. Toulouse then had the journey to make, had to stop off in Paris to visit one of their sponsors yesterday to keep them sweet. And then come to Manchester and make the journey to the Furness Peninsula here, where they're putting up a pretty good show. Okay, it's not going down as one of the Cooperative Championship classics so far.
He makes some yardage. Big Brendan Worth lands on his front all the time, keeps pumping them legs, and that's what, look at that, this is what comes on the back of it. Unselfish players, taking the ball forward, playing it as quick as you can for your next teammate.
Well, Anthony Maria didn't do a bad job there with his run. There is Worth. Bromley was on his shoulder, but Bromley just checked as he took the pass. That's the fifth tackle. And Mitchell ready to put the kick in. Just dinks it into a bit of space. And Broadbent, well, he's decided to let that one go as it ricocheted off this really firm pitch.
This is what you call about leading from the front. You want your big guys to get the ball and take it forward. Lands on his front, plays the ball, and he's been dominant in defence. I've not just got a soft spot for prop forwards, Bill. It might seem like it sometimes.
No, not a bit of it.
I know, I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all.
You've got a bald spot, never mind a soft spot.
So Barrow Raiders in possession just inside their own half. Liam Finch now, and Finch, and just paused. And that opened up a bit of a gap. Tackle on the halfway line, and felt that tackle as well. Here's Ned Katic now, looking for a big game before he starts what seems to be an inevitable suspension, given that he's got previous in terms of tangling with officials, as Rooney hoists the kick, and Bromley, well, he was able to let that one bounce. It had gone dead just for a moment. Gary Broadbent, well, that sums the guy up, doesn't it?
Bromley did not have a Scooby-Doo where this were going.
And Broadbent wasn't giving up on it. There he comes. They've lost that ball to Toulouse, and they've got the penalty. The ball was stolen, says referee Viewer.
But hard work again. Dave Clark will be pulling his hair out. All the hard work, trying to get the man to ground, and a little sneaky hand there from Andreas Bauer to knock that ball free. Field position, field position.
I think Larkin, the player from Barrow that was penalised, was quite, I think he was hard done to there.
Here's Anthony Maria, another one of the former St. Gaudin players in this side. He offloads. Now then, Matthew Griffey. Griffey, one of 3 French internationals in this side who were up against England just a few weeks ago. Brendan Worth now. And Toulouse threatening up the middle of the field, and again they give it to Griffey. They go to the big guys, and now they go out wide with Vilgas. Vilgas was looking to offload, couldn't get the ball away. So Vilgas plays it. Anthony Maria tries his luck for the line. That's the 5th tackle. The ball back with Vilgas, stabs the kick in. Mitchell will chase it, and can they get out of trouble? Finch will, you know. It just opened up for him, and the little half-backs looked and saw the gap and thought, well, thank you very much indeed.
Good play that, wasn't it? He saw it, he just skirted with the in-goal dead ball line, and he just had a little look up, used his footwork and bravery, took the ball up. Where's the line? Yep, I'm in. Don't worry, lads.
So Barrow Raiders get out of jail there. Can they get further up the field? Braychek tackled on his own 20-metre line, and that's the 4th tackle. Toulouse looking to pin them down here, but they've got to be wary of the boot of Rooney, capable of landing a 40-20 maybe here.
Tackle 5.
It's well inside his own 40, though. This would have to be some kick.
Kick clear.
And it just reaches the opposition 40-metre line, and again Bromley a bit leisurely about that.
Ooh. Do not let the ball bounce. That's twice in the last 5 minutes where Bromley is prepared to let the ball bounce. It can literally go anywhere.
Well, the Northern Rail Cup final to come, as we've mentioned, Sunday week, July the 12th in Blackpool. You can either go to the RFL's website, the rfl.co.uk, or there is the number 08 444 777 113. That's the information number for the Northern Rail Cup final. But have to be quick, because it sounds as though the tickets are going fast. Bromley, ball over the top, and Sebastian Payan puts it down, and again, a handling error, not under any real pressure there, Seb Payan.
And you could see Payan just, when he looks up, he thinks he's got the ball in hand, he looks what's in front of him, loses all concentration.
23.
Oh, what are you doing, Sebastian?
Sacre bleu. Something like that.
Come on. Get the water off. Get the water off.
The same applies for the Barrow Raiders as well. It's not going down as the best performance from either of these sides. Harrison tackled inside his only 40-metre line. Here's Braychek now. A little puff of dust as Braychek put his foot to the gas there. Chris Young, and Young bustling his way up to the halfway line.
Hold the line, hold.
Griffey and Maria with the tackle. Here is Ned Katic, Finch, Harrison, Liam Harrison.
Tackle 4. Move.
That's the 4th tackle. Finch across the field. Luisi. Paul Noon back on the inside for the Barrow Raiders.
That's 5. Move.
That's the 5th tackle. Rooney will hoist the kick this time, will he? They've noticed that Bromley might be susceptible. They've noticed that Tilly Pello might be, and Pello has lost it. It's gone forwards. And that'll be head and feed, and they were right. And Tilly Pello unable to deal with that kick.
And every time the ball goes in the air, it's a contest. Pello went up, he caught the ball and loses it. And again, you've got to credit the way that Jamie Rooney is orchestrating all his teammates around him. The fans are starting to get on the backs of the players and really encourage them. Can they come away with a try?
Let's go.
Great opportunity for the Barrow Raiders now to maybe put a bit of distance between themselves and this tenacious Toulouse team, who are still hanging on. Literally there. Got a leg, said Nicholas Delgal. You get the rest. Ellis now. Ellis, Finch, got runners, and Broadbent was one of them, but Broadbent was clattered by Martin Mitchell. He really does hit above his weight, Mitchell. Ellis now. Young on for McDermott. Good offload from McDermott over the top. Patted on to Andreas Bauer. There is a player down. Is it Zeb Luisi? I think it possibly is. Here is Noon though. Play continues. Larkin bounces off the first challenger and is then tackled.
2 feet.
Play continues. And they're going to go for the line with Ellis, and Ellis is held up. He thinks he's got that ball down, or did he lose it? Another call for the video ref.
Well, it's a right mess at the play of the ball before Ellis picks the ball up and runs with it. Larkin it is who plays the ball. There's a Toulouse foot in the middle of everything. We'll have another look at the grounding. Does he get it down? He's on his back. No, he loses. Oh, that's his hand.
Is that his other hand?
Yeah,
who's that attached to?
That's his other hand, Bill, yeah. Now let's have a look at it again.
He does well there, does Andy Ellis.
That's a try. Advantage to the attacking player, that is a try.
Try.
So has Andy Ellis got his 18th try of the season? He has. He's surprised. Ellis, well, he's given himself away there, Andy Ellis. Surprised to be awarded that one. But it's counted. And Barrow Raiders have managed to just put a little bit more distance between themselves and the visitors from France.
I've got no problem with the grounding. This play of the ball is an absolute schmozzle. Larkin plays it while the foot of the Toulouse player, Courtier, is in the way. It's an illegal play of the ball. Something should have been done either way. Ellis picks it up. He doesn't wait for the referee. He goes, shows incredible presence of mind while on his back to swap it from his right hand to his left, and he bangs it down. He's not bothered about the play of the ball.
Well, that wasn't looked at by the video ref, Ray Tennant, that play the ball. He was just interested in whether Andy Ellis got that ball down, and he did. So he gets try number 18 for the season. He's hot on the heels of James Nixon as the Barrow Raiders' top try scorer. Nixon has nudged up to 19 for the season with his 2 this evening. And Rooney, with this conversion, extends the Barrow Raiders' lead to 22 points to 12 now. And Rooney is the chant from the Raiders supporters. They're going to like having him around for the rest of the season.
The mascot's getting carried away, but you could see the Toulouse players really drop there then. They really turned up for each other. They were covering each other's back. They were coming in, they were jamming in and really hurting the Barrow players. Whether that was an incorrect play of the ball or not, Andy Ellis has scored that try. He played to the whistle and they got this Barrow side further in front.
Scorer of a crucial try last time on Sky Sports, of course, in that Northern Rail Cup semi-final against Featherstone. Set up by Ned Katic. And has Andy Ellis scored another crucial one tonight?
They may have gone 10 points in front, but they've still got to concentrate. They've still got to do the little things right to go on and win this game. There's only 2 tries that's in this game, and this Toulouse side can score them tries.
Barrow can make it a good game, and they can take it away from Toulouse if they play with a bit more speed, up the intensity slightly, and go for the jugular, go for the win.
Andy Ellis in a great run of scoring form. He's got 3 tries, 2 tries, and 1 apiece in his last 4 games.
Outside, kick it clear.
So that's not bad. Rooney's gone for another 40-20. I think he's got it. Was he inside or outside?
I think he may have been just outside.
He was just outside. The crowd thought he was in. And Rooney is hobbling, in fact. He's just, after that kick, yeah, he was well outside.
But what about the kick? Again, building the pressure, building the field, getting the field position for these big Barrow forwards to try and dominate their opposition.
There's nothing wrong with a kick. I'm a little bit worried about the lack of feeling for Toulouse to catch the ball on the full. Somebody needs to get on and a little bit of a careless whisper to some of these players and tell them to catch the ball on the full. Don't let it bounce.
And there's a knock-on at that scrum, and immediately Toulouse are under pressure.
So that kick by Jamie Rooney was as good as a 40-20.
Just at the base of the scrum there, a little bit of a fumble, and Nicolas Delgal, the culprits, allegedly. So now will they pay the price? They will, because Harrison will go in surely for the try that puts this game beyond the reach of Toulouse. The referee, no hesitation of awarding that, and Dave Clark, well, relieved rather than happy, I would say, relieved that they've managed to get a grip on this game. They've got a bit of work to do, though, before the Northern Rail Cup final, that's for sure.
This is a tough call, this. Referee adjudged a knock-on at the base of the scrum. Does this ball go forward? Oh, it's harsh call, that. Nevertheless, Barrow get the field position. Look at this. Pace, power, strength and footwork. Liam Harrison gets it over. Let's have another look at the scrum. From the resulting possession, Barrow, I do like to see direct runners with good footwork, running with commitment. That's what Liam Harrison's got on that occasion.
8th try of the season then for Liam Harrison, the brother of Warrington's Ben Harrison, and one-time Warrington Academy player as well himself, Liam. And Rooney on target again. 28 points to 12 looks a lot more comfortable for this Barrow Raiders side.
Well, Jamie Rooney is already winning the crowds over. The youngsters going wild, but here you see the other angle. That's a little fumble, that's a little fumble. That's a correct decision. Correct decision. Jamie Rooney has been absolutely superb in this second half, directing his troops.
Well, they were lucky with the restart there. That could have got anywhere as Brett McDermott and Chris Larkin got in a bit of a tangle. It was Larkin who came away with it. Now here is McDermott bouncing off the first of the Toulouse tacklers. So Barrow Raiders look as though they're going to return to the top of the championship unless Toulouse can suddenly ignite in the last 11 minutes here. And that's a tall order here. In fact, you sense that there might be more to come from this Barrow Raiders side, but the pass was forward from Rooney, and Rooney is down. That looks like cramp, though. He hasn't played a lot this season, just the 5 appearances for the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, 4 starts and 1 as a replacement. And of course, he has had a troubled season. There's the knee operation he had, and of course the drama of his heart stopping as well during that surgical operation.
Had a lot of bad luck this year, Jamie Rooney. One of the nicest guys in the game. Taking his position in the centre there. He'll want to complete this game. I think the physio's just going to assess it, see if it's worth taking him off, worth letting him run it off.
Toulouse haven't thrown in the towel yet. Maybe a bonus point is something they could aim for. Bromley trying to take on Finch. Finch certainly giving up a little bit in terms of height and weight there, but he's stuck to his man. Tilly Pello comes in field. You expect more. He's a big bustling winger, Pello. We haven't seen that much of him this evening. Here's Wynn. They've missed his cousin Nathan out there this evening of Toulouse, that's for sure. Brendan Worth on the charge back in. Katic stands his ground to make the tackle. Now they go wide. Villegas, they've got men out wide here. They're in with Couturier. And they haven't thrown the towel in Toulouse. They put it together down the left-hand side, and Damien Couturier, once of Hull Kingston Rovers and the Lee Centurions, gets his 9th try of the season. Good flowing move from this Toulouse side.
That try greeted with almost silence from this Barrow crowd. But you can't fault the quality of the passes. You can't fault the angle of the running. And it's just a simple numbers game. The worry is that this Barrow side might think that the game's won and think, here we come Blackpool, let's look forward to the final. Those Barrow fans will expect a lot better than that. Gilles Dumas, he's pleased with it. He knows that this game is not quite over yet.
And it's Couturier who'll try and convert his own try. Well, a bonus point would be helpful for this Toulouse side, at least take them back into the top 6. Just above the Sheffield Eagles. So this could be an important kick in that respect from Couturier. Ever present this season for this Toulouse team, but this a very tricky kick for the player who's not a regular goal kicker, and he's missed with that one. 28 points to 16.
And the tables really have turned this second half. This Toulouse side have made 203 tackles now. Totally the opposite in the first half. All the defensive efforts were coming from this Barrow side. But Barrow have got back into the game. They've been very disciplined. They've controlled the ball and they've looked to play second phase rugby league. They've been targeting the big Toulouse forwards in the middle of the park and then earning the right to play outside of them. But that is it, Bill. You cannot count this Toulouse side out.
Well, 28 points to 16. Their bonus point is there. But will Barrow Raiders try and put it beyond them? Just a one-pointer would do. Brendan Worth, and Worth runs into Katic. Katic gets him high.
That was a murder ball, that. He caught the ball, and just as the defenders were coming to tackle him, he passed the ball to the next bloke. Thanks, pal.
Here's Nicolas Delgal. Delgal plays the ball just inside his own half. Now, Tim Wynn just lost his footing. Mitchell now. Mitchell has Borland in support. That was almost ball and all.
Very good, Bill. Very good.
And that wasn't.
That's ball.
In front.
I'll leave it.
Villegas there. Again, you just look, you cannot take your concentration off catching the ball. It's a little simple play. You do not look up what's in front of you.
Don't kick the ball away, come on.
Don't try and play the play before you caught the ball in your hand. Shakes his head, absolutely devastated.
Another of the current French internationals in this Toulouse team.
Time on.
I think there was offside from that breakdown in the Toulouse attack, the ball going forward to a teammate.
Okay, Simon.
So Barrow Raiders
Let's go.
take play into Toulouse territory now. Can they deprive the French visitors of a bonus point here? McDermott now. Borland puts his shoulder to the wheel and McDermott stands firm and then finds that there's a few more making the tackle. 4 in the end. And he's dumped to the ground and they will pay the price. And Borland disputes the call, and I'm sure that Jamie Rooney will be asked to go for the 2 points here.
Yeah, they're just going to slow this game right down. Brett McDermott doesn't make a big deal about it, but
I think his English is good.
Well, Jamie Rooney taking the correct decision. going for this goal. Obviously, if he gets this conversion, Toulouse have to score again to get that bonus point. But the confidence that's going through this Barrow side in this second half, they've really earned the right to play rugby league. The big forwards have took it to the likes of Brendan Worth, Matthew Griffey, and sometimes they're absolutely bells knocked out of them. But they've still carried on, they've still turned up to take that ball, lay that foundation, and that's what's going to go to get them that win.
So 29-year-old Jamie Rooney now with this opportunity to add 2 more points to his tally on his debut. He's done that. Rooney successful with the penalty, and the bonus point goes away from Toulouse now. Barrow Raiders ahead by 30 points to 16. Will there be any urgency from this Barrow team now, from this Toulouse team now?
There won't be any urgency from the Barrow team, because you feel for the last 15 minutes they've been looking for the final hooter. Just less than 5 minutes to go. Is there going to be another score? Is there going to be more points? Just depends on the attitude. We'll view it from this kickoff.
Couturier has gone for the short start, and Katic has popped it up. So Toulouse have it back.
0.
Now then, can they do anything with this possession? It's with Anthony Maria. Maria plays the ball. Tim Wynn, Brendan Worth, trundling onto it. Plenty of tackles in the bag, that's the second. Here's Wynn. Wynn, a little change of direction from the big number 11.
Wait for the foot, wait.
Cousin Nathan is standoff, and he's not much smaller. Pop pass finds Adrian Viala, but so too do the defenders. Good work from Paul Noon it was. Here's Borlan, Jean-Christophe Borlan, that's the 5th tackle. Can they engineer something here? Maybe another set of 6. The ball is popped up, they're over the try line, but I don't think they've got it down. It's Couturier who is held up, and I don't think he's grounded that. Damien Couturier.
Well, Gareth Hewer wanting the video ref to have another look at that. I'm not sure how you're going to see anything. There's bodies everywhere. Just saw a flash of the ball just on the right of your screen there. If it touches the ground, it's only 6 blades of grass. Let's have a look from this angle.
That's down, isn't it? Has Damien Couturier got the try that's going to give Toulouse maybe a bonus point? Gareth Hewer waits for the word from the video ref. He has. Couturier gets his second of the night. His second in the space of 5 minutes, in fact. And maybe Toulouse will go home with something for their effort.
Thursday night rugby league often gives us some classic games, but I'm not sure this is going to go down as a classic. 28 handling errors, that the latest. And from that possession, nice little short pass. Couture just shows a good presence of mind with players around him to fight and wriggle and get that ball down. Get off me. Benefit of doubt to the attacking player.
And now Damien Couturier with the conversion attempt, another tricky one for him. This one looks more optimistic. He's on target, good work from Couturier. He can hold his head up high for his effort this evening. And that, considering that he was struggling with a bit of a leg problem in the first half. That left knee heavily strapped, but he's converted that try. And unless the Barrow Raiders can come up with something in the closing minutes here, Toulouse will get the point. Dave Clark wants the side just to lift for the end here.
And that's a good sign, is that he's still urging him to lift after 78 minutes. He still wants an 80 minutes performance. He'll be upset that his side have conceded 22 points. But against the Toulouse side that have got a never-say-die attitude, they've not thrown the towel in. They were outside from earning the bonus points. They've now got the 2 bonus points in the bag. I can't see them going on to win the game though, Bill.
Rooney with the restarts. And Brendan Worth comes running strongly back again, looking to break free from the grip of Paul Noon. Pello into the last couple of minutes here. Bromley desperately trying to get to his feet. Noon rolls away. Here's Anthony Maria.
Tackle 3, move!
Maria. McDermott pinning him to the ground.
That's 4, move!
Viala plays the ball. That's the fourth tackle. Toulouse looking for more points here at the end of the game. They've left it too late. And Borland plays the ball.
You're right, Bell. This is the most urgent we've seen Toulouse. Definitely in second half.
Vilgas hoists the kick. Nixon underneath it has lost it. Pello will snap it up, and Toulouse will get possession.
He's held there, 0.
That's back to 1. It touched the Barrow player.
They've got a chance here in the last minute of the game to get more points on the board. It's with Bromley.
Move. Get on.
He'll play the ball just shy of that try line. On the charge again with Tim Wynn.
Second, let's move.
So Barrow just having their defence tested right at the close here when they thought they were cruising home comfortably. Borland, the defence stands firm on that occasion. 3 tackles gone. Will Mitchell try his luck, or will they go out wide again? They come back on the inside, and again the defence is strong. It was Viala who was close there. Vilgas. Bromley now. Bromley. They come stepping back in field with Quintilla. That's the 5th tackle. Last play of the game. Can they finish off with something here? Mitchell's kick knocked on. That's the end of it. Cheers of relief more than anything from the Barrow Raiders supporters. Last time they were here, they were saluting a semi-final victory over Featherstone Rovers. Now they're saluting a championship win, and that's a welcome win as well, because they'd lost their last 2 championship games. They'd gone into this on the back of a disappointing defeat against Batley, but it wasn't one of Barrow Raiders' finest performances of the season, Barry.
It wasn't, but they came here and they were at home. It's important to keep your home record proud. They've got a big occasion coming up, not just for the club, but for the individual players. They want to make a good show of the Blackpool final, and I think you saw a very apprehensive Barrow side.
Yeah, certainly on their minds. We can find out maybe if that was the case with the coach, Dave Clark, who's with Ben now.
Dave, a comprehensive second half performance, but that first period it was neck and neck.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was a tussle, wasn't it? A bit of an arm wrestle there, and both sides battling it out around the middle of the field. And first half I thought we give away too many penalties, too many negatives in our own half, especially, and allow them field position down our half, and giving them a reason to score on 2 occasions.
Was that because maybe you'd gone to that defeat at Batley? A performance like that, just what you need ahead of next week as well? Definitely,
mate. We'll get some confidence out of this game for sure. They're a good side, Toulouse, and it was great to get the victory today. It was great to see the composure in the second half. We were patient at times. We built pressure, and we got the win at the end. So it's a fantastic result for the players. It keeps us on top of the table now and keeps some pressure on them. Well done, Dave. Man of the match, Jamie Rooney. We'll bring Jamie in. Jamie joined this week, 1 training session, and then you're the sort of linchpin of everything that Barrow are doing, and 6 goals to boot as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've just come up to Barrow yesterday and obviously trained with boys last night, and they're a good set of lads. I mean, I've been made to feel very welcome at Barrow, and just enjoy playing today.
And Barrow, a real club going places, 2 points clear at the top, a cup final, of course, to come next week. It really is a club that's on the up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I spoke to Des Johnson, chairman of Barrow, and he told me what plans he had for Barrow, and I'm pretty impressed. So I've just come down here to try and help him win the league this year.
Jamie, you are tonight's man of the match. You've also got a donation to give to a charity of your choice. Where's that going, please?
I'd like to give it to my son's Brennan Rooney Fund. And can I just say hello over in Germany? I love you.
Thanks very much, Jamie.
Well done, Jamie Rooney. Yes, Brennan Rooney off to Germany, in actual fact, for a couple of months of treatment, and that charitable donation will be welcomed by the Brennan Rooney Fund. So well done, Jamie. Dad done well tonight. So did Barrow Raiders in the end by 30 points to 22. And as Dave Clark said in the interview, Toulouse were not a bad side to play if you've got a big cup final coming up, and they certainly made Barrow Raiders work for that win.
That's it, Bill. He said that they were tested really by the big forwards, and they are a very good side, Toulouse. Tonight it was probably too many errors, too many penalties. I think there was 15 penalties in total, 27 handling errors. So it wasn't the best of rugby league, but it was 2 committed sides who were looking for that win. And you've got to really give credit to the way that they come back in that second half. The second half, Barrow played very, very well.
Toulouse will be disappointed, because to get back to level pegging, 12 points apiece, Barrow weren't playing well. and they were just out-muscled, and that's for Toulouse to be out-muscled. It says something, doesn't it?
That's a big comment. Now, I wouldn't want to say that to the French forwards, Bill.
You can say
that they were out-muscled. Matthew Griffey, I think that they really do play it tight up the middle of the park, and they don't look to play it out on the edges until they've earned the right to go forward. And I just think that Barrow in the second half really had a good 40 minutes. Dave Clark will be really happy with that second half effort. The first half he'll be very disappointed with.
Do you think we'll see a different Barrow in the Northern Rail Cup final?
It's a cup final, Bill. You will see two different sides. Whenever you play, you get one chance to play in the cup final, and a lot of these guys might not have the chance to play in the cup final, so I'm sure you're going to see a different Barrow next week when they take on Widnes.
We will see a different Barrow because Jamie Rooney isn't eligible for that final, so that's an interesting dilemma for Dave Clark to consider. But the championship table looks pretty satisfying from the Barrow Raiders' point of view. They lead the table again. They've leapfrogged Halifax. It really is a real nip-and-tuck battle between those two sides. Widnes, Featherstone, Whitehaven and Toulouse now up into 6th place. So Sheffield Eagles are nudged out of the top 6. And it really is incredible the number of sides that are in contention for that top 6, all the way down to 9th in the table. Well, as we've mentioned, the Northern Rail Cup final coming up next Sunday. That's July the 12th. We'll see the Barrow Raiders, their first major final for 26 years. A massive day for the club against the Widnes Vikings, the former Cup Kings, of course. That's at 5 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. It's going to